Up to you. There we go. All right. I do this. So there's so many things. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna say one sentence, and here we are at the beginning of our practice, and here's the sentence: consistency is key. It's the key. I'm going to say more, but consistency is the key. And we know how quickly things change. We know it. That's the gift of being our age. We know it. So we do what we do. And consistency is key. So, and, I'm going to add this too. Just come and bring yourself in. And yesterday, I take my class with my teacher, and we did a handstand, we did a pincha asana, which is a forearm stand, things that I haven't done for a long time. And if I tell you, I rocked it in a way that I didn't even know. And you know what? It's not even because I haven't been practicing it, but the things that we've been practicing here, which is the feeling, the sensation, the awareness. And as I got into these poses, I'm like, oh, Joe, there's no weight on your fingers, no weight in your hands. And as I moved into those places, the pose unfolded. It was very interesting. So this is important work. Consistency is key. Yes, so that's it. Just, I know that this is the way. Whatever it is. Okay. So in your inspiration and your graceful presence, feel each breath, this feeling of anticipation. What is to come today? Great unknown, here we are, showing up. Take a nice full inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale this breath completely. We'll chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Om. 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 Bow your chin. Release your hands to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, we're going to do some circling like we've been starting with. I'm pausing because if you'd like to sit on your chair, you can do that. I'm going to stay here. I don't know. Okay. I'll try the chair. Okay, good. Great. So whatever feels comfortable. If you're sitting on the chair, you sit forward on the chair, feet on the floor, and then just starting to rotate. This is like the churning of the great ocean, churning of spine. So many ways to turn here too. You could be rolling from your hips, keeping your torso pretty much upright. I want you to find the cat-cow. See if you can make this all happen from like the life of the solar plexus where it lives in the center. Just do your best. Close your eyes and let the shoulders go and the jaw go, and these great churnings, refreshing, replenishing. Good. And reverse. And maybe you go slow for the first few and just let it build. slow, could be fast, could be just right. Good. Okay, and then we'll go one time in each direction. Good. And then coming to sit for a moment. Okay, I'm going to stay here. If you're on the chair, you can do this here too. We're just going to turn from side to side. Just moving side to side. Could be really slow. Visiting the ocean. We'll do the next few a little faster. I'm not going supersonic speed, but just letting the hands kind of float in midair as you go from one side to the other. Oh, so nice. And then let's finish this off. Come back to your sit. Lengthen tall. And as you exhale, just drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Drop your jaw. And we'll roll the chin down to the center of the chest and over to the left side. And once you get here, lengthen. Drop the jaw. And then continuing on moving side to side. It could be this slow, a little faster, whatever it is. You're just very present to this journey. Oh, what's this gonna bring? We get some cracking, popping, all normal ish. Okay, and then we'll drop the chin to the chest. And once you have that chin dropping down, lengthen, see if you can lift the heart without adjusting the head. Can you lift the heart? And keep that lift to the heart, and if your eyes are closed, they slowly open, lift the head, and we're going to turn the head side to side here. Turning to the right, drop the jaw, and then rotate to the left. Maybe the eyes are going to move to side. How's your breath? Okay, and then bring it to center, and you feel yourself lifting yourself up. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to come to standing. You might try and do this without hands. And so the other day I was saying I've been practicing trying to come up. I did it in class. I'm sitting on the bolster. It's going to make things a little easier. This, great, 1 foot at a time, whatever you need to do, even if it's like and nothing happens, that's the beginning. Because the consistency is key, and then who knows? I know, it's exciting. I was never really able to do that. Going down, yes. Coming up, not so much. Okay, I'm just gonna turn, I'm gonna lift this up. Okay, so we have our chairs. We're gonna move the leg like we did in class the other day. So we're gonna stand on bolster. So I'm gonna turn the chair around, and you could use that for balance, or you could use your wall, like that's the chairs. Okay, so I was thinking about these Bosu balls that have you have to stand on them and find your balance. I'm like, I think we could do that with props. If we put a block under the bolster, it would make it more interesting, but we're just going to do bolster right now. So I'm just going to step on it. And then even as you lift the other leg up, and maybe you just play with your balance for a moment or two. Feel the shakies, the wobblies, not as stable as when we stand on the block. Okay, let's take a rest. So step off. Once you've done that for a moment, you can already feel a difference in the two legs. Okay, and then we'll come back, and you'll step on the center of your bolster. So use your chair or wall, and we'll start to swing the standing leg. So you just take a few moments, figure out, oh yeah, oh great. That's it. Just shaking that leg, let it swing like it wants to, like it's 5, let's swing. Whee. Okay, is your left leg? How's it doing? Just check it. Okay, And we'll take a moment, come off. You just started, keep going. Then just feel. Great. Okay, coming back. I'm not changing legs yet because we're just going to stay here on this leg. So find the left foot. We're going to tree pose, friends, but I'm going to bring this knee up first. And I might have no hands, but that's up to you. And then we'll move into tree here as much as I can without. Nope, I hit the wall. That's okay. And you're going to find it, and then use your balance, use your support, because things are a little more wobbly. If you can, play with the balance. Maybe the arms lift up, maybe not. Smile is essential. It lets the body know it's not so serious. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Come on. Pause. And we'll do that on the second side. I'm just going to take my chair over. Okay, so we're just going to start just stepping and just feeling this. So I've just lifted the left foot off the floor and just letting the, feel, how's the balance on this side? That foot really wobbling. That's great for your ankle. You're going to say, thank you for this extra moment of challenge. Okay, and then step down, feel, breathe. As we do this stuff, the lungs are opening. Okay, and then we'll step the right foot, find your place and start to swing. Just for fun. Maybe you try and balance. Okay. Oh yeah, let it go. Kicking everything up. Okay. And then we step down, pause. Okay, come back, and this time I'm going to lift that left knee up. So draw this in, find it, see what happens. And flow into our tree pose, into this shaky balance, and whatever you need to do here. Just enjoy process, not product. I don't know if there's any such thing. Yeah, for sure there is. I was going to say someone can achieve whatever perfect tree pose is in air quotes. Okay, take a moment. Good. Okay, sweet. All right, we'll move the bolster out of the way and take the chair and your blanket. I'm going to put my blanket is halfway folded. It's nice and big. I'm just going to drape it just like that. And then we'll put the chair against the wall so it doesn't look stable. Okay. And then once you're here, the bottom part, you might, this is going to be like whatever you need it to be. You'll fold it to make it more, or move it out of the way if you need to. Okay. And then we'll just place your hands on the side. So I've moved the blanket. My hands are holding the side. I'm just going to walk the feet back. You're just looking for space. I could call this a downward dog on the chair, but I'm going to say it's a quest for space. I'm just going to walk your feet back and bend your knees, take the tush back, wiggle, shift side to side. Enjoy this in whatever way. Find the stretching, maybe in the back, the legs. And we'll just walk the feet forward. Just take your time. Make it like so special. We'll get to the front of the chair. And then take your arms and reach out. Nice big breath in. And then breathe out. Put your hands back on the chair. Let's keep the right foot where it is and take the left foot back and just find something here. The legs can go straight-ish. I'm going to bend into the right knee. And then straighten and bend into the back. Just feeling like what is receiving this. As I come forward, I'm going to lift my heart, and, bit of cat-cow and everything. Yes. Okay. That's it. And then just bring that left foot forward. Take the right foot, right leg back. Just feel wiggling my hips and kind of working the way in, and bend the left knee and bend the right. Yes. Feeling the sensations. Forward of the chair. Okay. Step right foot forward. Sweep your arms up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, we're going to take a forward fold. You might start with your feet a little wider apart because we want to use the chair. So here's where maybe I'll fold this blanket over and give my forehead a nice cushion. So I say forehead, maybe you can tuck the chin and get more onto the crown of your head. The hands can rest on the chair, rest on the floor. And once you're in it, here's the thing. The legs wider apart is going to help the head to get down. You might take the legs wider, but if your head is, and proportions make a difference here too. If your head is just clunking on that chair, then maybe bring your legs together, step them back or forward. Be curious. How can I get the, maybe the crown of the head or just at the hairline? So play with your feet. That's a good place for you. And then once you've found it, firm your legs. Softening the head. Okay, well, I know I love to move, so just swaying my hips forward and back, and at the same time, the head is rolling more into the crown and back. And wherever you are, put your hands on the chair, bend your knees, press yourself all the way up. Lift your arms up, breathe in. Little dizziness, normal. Release your arms. Pause. Okay, I'm going to turn around and sit down on the chair. And I'm going to jump and turn because jumping is good. Whee! Yes, go for it. You don't see me. Okay, then we perch on the edge of the chair. So I'm just perching there. Legs are down. We'll pause here. Okay, so we just did this one forward fold. Now we're going to do another one. We're going to take the legs apart. Put your hands on your thighs and anchor down. Lift your heart. Lift yourself up. And as you exhale, take it forward. And you might scoot your tush back too for balance. Just kind of see what you need. Hands on the floor. Release yourself. But, for fun, if you grab hold of these back rungs, if that's fun, give a little pull and feet are on the floor. My feet are wide. Taking them right off the yoga mat. Just gently releasing the head and lift the shoulders. Just walk open the knees to the head. They're just getting a holiday here. Put your hands to the floor. There. Go onto the rungs, lift yourself up. Forearms to the thighs and come all the way up. Bring your feet together. And scooch forward again. Okay, and grab hold of these. I'm just looking for the little sides of the chair. So roll the shoulders back and start to take the heart forward. Yeah, and then once this is good, you start to lift the heart more. Maybe you look up and feel your tailbone moving back. Drop your jaw. Breathe. And then we move into the cat pose. So from the solar plexus, take your waist back, let yourself round. The hands are still holding, shoulders are releasing. Once I get here, I'm just going to let the hands do the work. Breathe. So when I say hands doing the work, they're just holding you here. Okay, and then we'll come up and pull the hands. Start to lift your chin, your heart, the shoulders. There's your cow. Roll into cat. If you need more, you can walk your hands up higher in the chair. Or if you need less, then might even be a good instruction for both. Good. We're just going to roll through this. Feel that the solar plexus at the center of the bottom of the ribs. That's maybe where these are initiating. The heart, the head, the tail. Good. Let's do one more of each. And then we'll bring ourselves into neutral and just release your hands, eyes. Good. Okay. I'm just going to walk my feet in so I feel like the knees are over the ankles. And we'll bring this right knee in and cross the ankle over the knee. When we know, once you're here, maybe you do a little bit of just moving it side to side. Feel and look for those back. The chair runs again. Okay, now you can walk your left foot forward. You know you can make it however you need to here. Start to find your cat. Start to find your cat and take your time. Smile. Okay. Play with the foot placement. Maybe you can walk your left foot out more. That's going to give you something more. And if you're like, no, I need less, or you walk your foot in. Okay. Now pull the chair towards you. Pull the chair, come up. Take an inhale. I'm going to come right back down. This time I'm going to take the hands, the right arm's going to go to the inside and left arm on the outside. So you see, you just take it forward. Maybe the hands stay on the thighs. You're just looking for that outer hip stretch. Or you can drop the arms down. Maybe you'll interlace the fingers in front of the left shin. Okay, this can be a lot. It's so funny how we can do this shape at the wall, on the floor, on the back, on your front. But as soon as we change gravity, things change. Okay, and smile, nice big breath in. Breathe out. You're going to walk yourself out. So take the hands to the thighs, lift yourself up, release the legs. And maybe take this windshield wiper to shift your knees side to side. And we'll go to the second side. And we'll walk the feet a little closer together, bring the left knee in, and then cross ankle over knee. And then again, maybe I'm just rocking this side to side on the bed. And look for these back runs. Find an anchor for the right foot. So what I mean by that is I just brought my ankle under my knee. Now find your cat. So if you're holding on to the rungs, if that adds a little bit of this super person cape. And then I'm playing with this lifted heart, shoulders back. Just playing with it. And then pull the chair towards you. And as you exhale, you're going to fold deeper. So maybe the hands on the thighs. Maybe you need to take your tush back. All these things. You take the hands opposite interlace and find a way to drop in here. The torso now is so heavy. It's just dropping, just like with your forward fold. Walking this right foot out to the right a little bit more. I'm just looking for deeper stretch, more discomfort. Breath. Again, we'll take the hands behind the thighs, press up. Release the leg and a little playful windshield wiper, just move the knees. Good. So we're going to come up. Here's a great place to practice. One thing too, friends, is when you sit down too. Okay, let's start coming up. Come up. Good place to practice, no hands. And then we're going to come down. So we're going to come down so slow. This is what I was going to say, is that flopping on the couch, when you're a teenager, it's a thing. When you're over 50, it becomes another thing. So let's just do that 3 times. Like, just pick yourself up, and hallelujah for being able to pick yourself up and to lower yourself down so slow. Okay, one more time. We're gonna go up and down. And then we'll come up and we'll stay in the up. So slow. So it's that first initial boom, you gotta slow that down, but that's just consistency, practice, all that. Okay, we're gonna face the chair. This is what we're gonna do. Is I'm gonna take one leg to the chair. Actually, we'll start with it bent. And we're just gonna do kind of that same motion forward and back. So, okay, I'm gonna move this blanket out of the way. Foot's gonna go middle-ish of the chair, maybe to the left, and the right leg is as it is. And then you can put your hands on the thigh, as we'll just move front to back and straighten the leg. You're just going nice and slow. You're feeling this opening. And if you're like, oh, I'm gonna go a little deeper, maybe the hands will come to the chair. Okay, and then, if you bring the hands down, you're like, oh, I can go deeper. Then as I take this left knee forward, I'm gonna hop this right leg back and just open it up. You just feel, and I'm letting that right heel lift as I come forward. Okay, and then we're gonna do this maybe another 3-4 times. If you feel, oh, I'm gonna take my arms up and find the balance here. I'm going super fast. And we're in the last one. Okay, if you have the arms lifted, you can take the foot off without putting the hands down, but you might be happier putting the hands down first. So whatever it is, come out, stand and feel. We'll do the second side. So you might step closer to start. Put the right foot down and just moving forward and back. We can do this on the floor, but this is a very different thing. Torso is up. Feeling this. So I'm going to take the hands down to the chair and sweep that left leg back a little bit. Good glory. I'm going to lift the arms up in the last few and be in your place of joy. Okay, one more. They're breathing. Okay, and then we'll stand and feel. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, but over to the side. This is great back clearing. Great back clearing. So we got a nice open, everything can move. So I have the foot pointed. Well, I think we're going to do the same thing. So just move the foot so it's flat. When I come forward and then lifting it up, and then the hands can be here. Now, here's what I'm going to really move these hips. Like that. They're dancing. Okay. Now I'm going to add the arm. I'm going to take them up. I'm going to swing over to the extended leg when I come here, and then I'm going to swing over to this side. Now I'm exaggerating. The arms don't have to go down that far. I'm just going to swing them towards the straight leg and away from the bend. Yeah, okay, great. And then we're going to come off, and there's an opportunity for balance. Oh, what's going to happen? I don't know. I really don't know. And come down. And... Okay, so second side, and just for fun, I'm going to jump. And I know which way I want to jump, so I'm going to jump the other way. Jumping's really very good for us. And skipping, those of you with grandchildren, skipping is like also one of those things. So just set yourself up and start to find, oh, maybe I need more room, less room. And then once you feel this, I'll start to move the hips. And if I'm swaying side to side, you can let the body move. What's going to happen here? Freedom of movement, the name of the game. Okay, I'm going to take the arms up and yeah, beautiful. Oh, heart circle, full hip circles for me. Oh, yeah, feels good. Okay, I'm swinging my arms, hearts, hip circling, whatever you're doing it. That's it. Okay, and we'll do last one. We'll just find your chest to bow. There. And we'll come back. Okay, I'm going to take that downward dog-ish. So the hands around the outside, just walk your legs back. And you might put your palms flat on your chair too. You just kind of get some length here. Starting to, now I'm wiggling the hips side to side. Love when we get some cracks. Okay. And we start to walk forward. We're going to take squat and we're going to use the chair. You just come maybe, not super close to the chair, and the feet can turn out and it might go back more. You're just going to see what happens. And then the chair is like a nice support I can round into, or maybe I come closer to the chair and see. Maybe hold the legs of the chair. Maybe rest your head on the chair. Maybe you don't even use the chair. Give glory here so you can lift your inner arches. All right, we're going to come to sit. So you have the chair, you can use it, or you just so sad. And fall is okay. Good. All right, I'm going to set this blanket back. And take the bolster. And put it like this. And you can just watch too. So you might sit on a blanket. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Maybe the hands are going to come in. Head's going to go back. So if you take the head back and it doesn't hit, put a block there so we can get this opening of the chest. I said hands behind the head, but maybe we're not going to start that way. So you're just going to set yourself up. You can take a little lie back. Okay, so this is, I can put my head back and get an open throat, and that feels okay. Did thine own self be true? Right, it's your practice. So just looking for adjust a little bit of pressure into a little bit of pressure. You're leaning into the back of the chair, head is supported, and once you've figured this out, I have the legs crossed, whatever you're doing is fine. Okay, then take your arms up, and maybe they reach up first, maybe they're going to go out to the side, maybe they're going to go behind your head. You're going to feel for yourself. All positions are great. Deeper, but not necessarily better. And you breathe with a smile. Feel yourself on the floor, dropping into gravity, heart lifted to the sky. If it's too much, then release the arms to a place that's more comfortable. Let's take 3 more breaths. We'll come out, so we're going to take the block out, put it down. The bolster is now immaterial. It can stay there or not. I want you to feel push into the chair. I'm going to take my bolster out just so you can see what I'm doing. So I have the edge of the chair. I'm going to push into it. Then I feel like, is this a good place for my back to push into? And you start to turn. Yeah, just rolling like it's a massager now. Your chair is your personal massager. Okay, now I want to take the chair up. So I'm just going to scooch my hips forward slightly. So now it's gone up a little bit and rock and roll. Good. Okay, and then I'm going to scooch the hips forward. You might go back, feel like just tucking the shoulders. I'm just going to roll side to side. Yes. Okay. Good. All right, go back to the first position. Change the cross of your legs. Now you're firm to the chair. Lift yourself up. Take your hands, see if you can find the legs. And it might be the back legs. You see, whatever works best. Pull the chair forward. Press in with the back. The shoulders are moving back. Lift your heart. Lift into the chair and pull the chair. The oxymorons and more. Oh, good. Good. One more breath. Okay, I'm going to take my hands. I'm holding onto the front legs. and start to come forward and moving into a forward fold. I still have the legs crossed. The hands might walk up, or you see what works. And I'm pushing the chair out to the wall. Pushing the chair to the wall. And you might be up here. This is actually great. I just lifted myself up and lift the heart more and see. Okay, come on up. And just pause, feel the lightness of being. Okay, we're going to turn around. I'm just going to pop the legs underneath. You could take your, okay, we're going to take forward fold. So you're going to, all the ways to set up. You could put the bowls through here. Maybe this is going to be magical for you. Maybe this. Maybe you want to sit on something too. I don't think you're going to need it as much. You see what you need. And then the legs, I have my legs straight, even though maybe you can't see them, they're straight out. I have a bottom rung here. I can put the balls of the feet on the bottom rung. So that's going to give you something more in the calves. So you use your chair, whatever you've got, and know that you can always change the props. And I'm not going to cue you in because assuming you're probably there. I do have my arms resting on the chair, and that's going to also give a little bit of space for the shoulders to be lifted and to drop into. So I'm not lifting them just by the fact that the arms are up. All happening. Okay, so I do have the legs straight. If that's not good for you for whatever reason, you can take the legs outside of the chair. Okay, so now I have the forehead is resting on something. Maybe you have the ceremony, whatever you got. Feel that. It's all happening. So for some of you, this is going to be a way less intense forward fold. And then we have an opportunity to feel what's happening in the legs. Can you feel your inner thighs and outer thighs equally? And it might not be happening. Think of drawing the inner thighs down to the floor. Maybe that's the focus for a few minutes. And eventually it softens into feeling the back of the thigh equally rounded, inside to outside. Even if it's not touching the floor, just drop it down, release, put your mind in. Because we're in this head support, the back of your neck is drooping down from you, lift it up. If you're doing a cat pose with the neck, that might roll your head onto a different part to rest. Release the shoulders. And take 2 more full breaths in. And release the hands to the floor and bring yourself upright. And sit for a moment and just feel. Okay, we'll keep the right leg where it is. We're going to bring the left leg into tree pose. Just so we can see. Okay, and then I'm wiggling myself back, and then maybe I'll just show it with a blanket. Might be the medicine today. Just sit on the blanket. See what works. And so once you're in your tree pose, you just turn your chest to face the right leg and walk yourself back. It's going to be more intense, a little bit more intense, maybe not. So readjust your props if you need to, and just finding a place to rest the head comfortably with the neck not collapse.
isn't set up quite right, you want to move the chair, so you just adjust the chair to suit you. Just move it side to side or forward if you need to back. So in the last pose, we focused on the back of the thigh. This time, I just want you to bring your attention to the right foot. And as you bring more in reflection or rounding through the center of the heel, you're not pressing into the floor, but just feeling the back of the heel equally placed. Let that be your focus into opening. I'm going to bring my hands up onto the chair for the last 3 breaths here. Give the shoulders some space to relax. And when you're ready, maybe you come up and without even opening your eyes or opening them a little bit, just find yourself in the second side. Do whatever you need to do to prepare, and you slowly come in. The 2 sides are different. And you honor that by not expecting the same thought, maybe same setup. Feeling the back of the neck, it's not collapsing. I'm going to bring my awareness to the left foot. See what I can do. I'm going to use the word anchor it. Use that as the focus here. So the back of the calf is stretching with love and gratitude and compassion. Bring the hands up onto the chair. Drop in without collapsing the back of the neck. Tuck the chin in. We'll take one more forward fold with the legs in front, and you can use the chair again. I'm just going to scooch back so I can come without the chair, and I know to do that. Okay, so whatever works, just legs are straight out as best as you can. Could be wider apart. You just lock yourself in a place where the forehead can be supported. Just moving into the backs of the legs, back of the heel, and the back of your neck. The anchors of the torso, of the spine. Maybe crown, maybe hell. So 3 more full breaths. Walk ourselves up. So we're going to come to legs on the chair. Take your time. I know sometimes these forward folds are like, oh, just getting in. The magic happens the longer you stay. I know that. Sometimes. All in honesty, okay, so we have the bolster. This is the pose. We all know it. So as I come in here, maybe you want to put your hips on the bolster. Oh, this feels great. Okay. So the calves are on the chair. So if you need the bolster, you need a blanket, all that good stuff, you bring it in. you need more, and that blanket can also, well, we're here, I'm gonna use it. It's all good. Let's take a few breaths here and feel your level of comfort. Okay, well, since we're here, of course, I'm going to use the chair. Hopefully your chair is against the wall. You're going to straighten your legs and flex your feet. You can roll the inner thighs in a little bit. You can use your hands too, just to feel what that is. And just feel this for a moment. And then lower the legs and let them relax. So I'm going to do that 3 more times. So just press into the back of the legs. Maybe it's just with the breath. Just lift and lower. You feel everything you need. Oh, I want to rest here, but I also want to take a ankle over knee pose. So I'm just going to cross that right ankle over the left knee. And this could be great. You might just be like, oh, feels really nice. Of course, if you want more, you walk that left foot. Maybe it just rests the center of the foot on the edge of the chair. I need this. So move side to side, move the knee. Eyes are closed. Almost like this great release at the end of our practice. You could be moving, you could be still. You press the right knee away. Okay. And we'll switch sides, and so the right calf might be on the chair, left ankle over the knee or the thigh. We'll walk up again. Few breaths and really push that left knee away, the right foot is against the chair. Everything else is like, Shavasana. Please rest your calves. Nice release for the back. As I say that, just put your mind in your back and let it drop into this. We're going to stay here for another few moments. If you love it, this could be Shavasana. If you want to switch it, that's fine. But after maybe another few breaths here, we'll move into a Baddha Konasana. So the edges of the feet will just kind of hook onto the chair, neck goes back there, and the knees will just drop out. You could also do a little cross ankle if that works better. Just kind of see. So let's take 3 more breaths here with the calves resting. Just letting the knees drop open, maybe the feet up. Just opening the pelvic floor. I'm going to reach my arms overhead just to bring in more space, more spaciousness into the torso. Softening the pelvic floor, the jaw. And then from here, I'll let you just guide yourself. So you could stay here if you like this, stay for as long as you like. You will go back to calves resting or any form of rest. All is welcome. Not just welcome, but welcome. Whatever you need to be cozy, please. surrendering deeply. An audible sigh through your mouth, deep release of your breath. Feel yourself just melting, sinking. You release anything you're gripping. Even if it's just one part of you. You know, you grip in your back, your hips, your jaw. You don't need to hold that tension right now at this moment. Let it go. The eyes, place your little tension, don't even know you do it. Move into this place of savoring your Shavasana rest. What a great gift. Shavasana. Deeply. Feeling yourself becoming heavier. Your body releases more deeply. There is a lightness in the breath, possibly in the sensations of your face. Staying in your rest, you're beginning to gently awaken yourself, savoring all the movement. Taking your time to rest with the knees in and the feet on the floor. Take a few moments to rock side to side, anything that would just nourish you right now. Take your time to do that. You come on down to your side and out there for a few breaths and allow yourself to almost settle back in. This idea of being happy. Drop off whatever you're carrying. Maybe you can stay there as you come up light. Fresh. Sitting in your silence and your resonance. Just feeling everything you've offered yourself. Putting your hands at your heart as you're ready and bowing your chin. Let's feel this practice. One Om inhale. Bringing your thumbs to rest, the length of your thumbs to rest in the center of your forehead, bow your chin. Lifting your head up as you inhale and as you exhale, breathe into at your magical breath. And offer it to yourself. Bathing yourself with your good energy, good vibrations, good intentions. So much love. Mwah. Enjoy your day. Thank you for being here. Ah, such a pleasure and an honor. My honor. Thank you. All right, friends. Love you all.